Good morning, besties. It's me, your internet dad Weaver. I'm here with another hot take, potentially a hot take. Who knows? Um, so I just watched a video by the Bald Book Geek, and as you can tell, I am not bald, but I might be a book geek. Probably need to rearrange my stuff so I can show more books. That'd be great. Not fully bald at least. But good morning. I want to talk to you about the 10,000 hours myth, and then I want to talk to you about being sort of an expert and then changing your opinion based off of anecdotal evidence and all that. But that's a little bit too much. So, good morning. This is probably one of my evergreen things. So, drop a comment if you think that I need to update this. But so, 10,000 hours is this theory that Malcolm Gladwell um, made big, and then like every single productivity guru made it, where they looked at the productivity of two different groups of one study looked at elite level musicians versus their counterparts, and it turned out the elite levels guys had much more exposure, but then it kind of all falls apart after a while. Let me tell you something. 10,000 hours, if is like 5 years of full time work, right? Or like 10 years of part time. That is a lot of time, right? Especially when you only have like maybe 4,000 weeks in your life. What am I doing? 2.5 hours a week till I die? No, that's a little morbid. But so what would I would say instead of 10,000 hours is like there are certain like places where I leveled up that I think that other authors might level up or like feel like they've gotten like significantly better, right? And I'm going to talk to you about them, and then maybe you can kind of incorporate those in your writing and creative practice. So the first one was I read a lot before I started writing anything. I would not have become an author if it was not for the Bobiverse. If you're familiar with my series, one book, The Badger Company, it's loosely based on the Bobiverse, as if it was like a military. Bob always talks about how he's not a military mind, and I'm like, well, what if I put 3 military minds into one ship and then shot them off and had them go explore the galaxy? That's the pitch. But so before I had started to write, I had my subconscious, my unconscious had like filtered through all these stories and kind of like understands how a story should go, at least a little bit, which is why sometimes I can shut my brain off and just be like, what's next? And my brain's like, well, she needs to slay the serpent, make a witty quip, and then like do this thing. Okay, got it. So read a lot, and especially read in the genre you want to write in. I keep seeing writers that are like, oh, I want to write this, I want to make a lot of money, but I don't read this genre. And I'm just like, why would you? Like, most writers don't make any money. Why would you write in a genre you don't like to write? Right? I understand like lit RPG is hot right now because like there's a very dedicated fan base, and like basically if you if a lit RPG author is a fan of you, they show and they see you at a convention, they will buy up all your books. Like if you have like a bunch of books, they'll buy whatever you have. And that is what the romantic girlies are telling me. Um, like, hey, progression fantasy, lit RPG, love those people because they'll buy whatever I have. And I'll be like, yeah, I get you. Because like if I see if I like what an author has, and I'm like, they have more books. This is my shamey Stovall problem. Shamey, you need to slow down because I am a mortal man. Um, but keep writing because everything she writes is gold. Um, but like I would just basically I'd like to take 3 weeks off just to read Jamie Stovall's work, right? And John Stovall's work. Like I would love to do that. The situation dictates I need to work, except I'm like working out pay right now. So I'm dating this video. Um, but if you read a lot, you kind of understand how story works, and you have to read a lot in the genre you want to write in, and you have to visualize like with intent. So the next thing is joining a writers group and writing 200,000 words with intent, right? Um, so it's either like 200,000 words or like 3 books, depending on how you do it, because my books tend to be like 90,000 words. The one book I'm writing now is going to probably be 60 to 70,000, which is going to be like, what? That's so short. What? How? But like it's going to be a single thread thing. It's like a little romance. With the setting is just like really informing what's happening. But you have to write with intent, which means I am writing with the idea that my reader is a little detective and they're trying to pick up on little notes and they're trying to get the theme, and they also want a good story, right? Like I can write all these little puns and quips, but like this is my story is literally designed with there's two people I'm writing for, and they're romantic girlies, and it's a comedy, and it's kind of like going off of their tropes, right? It's like, yeah, you guys did all these cool things, but like, who's cleaning up the mess you just made? Yada yada, right? So if you write your 200,000 words with intent, you'll be a lot better. For some people, that might be a year. For some people, that might be 5 years. If you are one of my proteges, it's probably like 4 or 5 months because I write 2,000 words a day on most days. So that's like 100 days, right? It's one thing to write the thing. It's the other thing is to critique others, right, and get critiqued because I learned so much by being critiqued, right? There's so many things I don't do anymore that I'm just like, okay, yeah, that have kind of like informed me writing moving forward, right? So like I will dictate a whole chapter and then I will come back in 30 days to edit it because I've learned, right? I can't edit it right away. I can't edit it while I'm dictating, right? Because that slows me down. I just want to be done for the day. I want my time back because there is a pinata right there for a little boy's birthday party that I want to enjoy, right? You should want to enjoy your life too. All right. So you've read a lot. You did your 2K words, 200,000 words. You kind of understand. You've done your critique group. You've got maybe one or two going with 3 to 6 people. You've gotten good feedback. The next hurdle, I think, is what it did in 2024 is the 100 million words. Sorry, 100,000, 1 million words at 100 million. My soft goal is to get to 2 million in 2026. And we're moving there, probably get it there around March. But like, I'm at the point where I'm like, all right, I know what I want to write. I know how to do it. I know what is good. I know how to write something good. So I'm just going to kind of start now with a blurb, write that story, and then like if I have to go back and fix the blurb later, which I probably will, at least I know in a sense because I'm going to write into the dark. Like I kind of know what's going to happen in my story. I know they're going to have 2 or 3 like major arcs. This one might just have 2 arcs. Who knows? But like there's going to be like a distinct arc where they're at this one place, and there's going to be a distinct arc where it's another place. Because it's like forced proximity. Because whatever reason, you'll read it. It's going to be fun. But like that's what I'm thinking. Like instead of 10,000 hours, think about 200,000 words. The writing critique group, the 1 million words. Probably reading around 90 books in your genre. There are some. If you comment like your genre, I might go do a deep dive on it in particular. If you put romance, I'm going to be like put a qualifier that like fantasy romance, historical romance. I might not know it. Military sci-fi, I can give you some good recommendations, but like you should be reading what's coming out now and what's selling now, and then kind of using that to inform yourself as to what's good. So that's my thoughts on it. Any comments? Drop a comment. Read my book. It's there. Eventually, my craft book will come out. But have a great day, besties.